Oscar November for India Sierra Sierra. Hello, this is Oscar Romeo for India Sierra Sierra. I hear you loud and clear. Over. I'm ready for this. Over. Thank you. Hi, Pedro. Thanks for your question. Before I answer Pedro's question, I'd like to say it's a real treat to talk to the American School in Brazil. I was there personally in November of 2016, and I remember very fondly visiting the school and the campus and having lunch in the cafeteria and talking to the students in the gymnasium. So thank you very much for calling me today. Pedro, the coronavirus has definitely affected how we astronauts prepare for space. We have to maintain our safe distance with protection with a mask, and in the 2 months before launch, crew members go into quarantine or more strict protocols, and the last 3 weeks is very strict quarantine. Over. Hi, Lorena. So we have 3 different exercise devices: a treadmill, a bike machine. The weightlifting machine is actually air resistance in a vacuum cylinder that we can adjust the piston up and down and provide the resistance, and we can move the bar to accommodate leg exercises or upper body exercises, and that's how we keep our bones nice and strong. It's nice that we get our muscles toned, but really it's our bone health that we care a great deal about from this exercise. Over. So, George, thanks for the question. When I was a child, I liked sports a great deal, and I had visions of playing sports or being a coach or being a referee in some kind of sporting event. I liked basketball a great deal. But as I grew older, I became more interested in math and science, and then ultimately an engineering degree. Motivated me as I grew more interest in science and technology. Over. Well, we do follow the news and we follow sports. We can occasionally get on the internet, but we have daily news and daily sports broadcasts recorded and sent up to us. So this is how we follow along, especially when there's big sporting events going on. Although this particular time and space for me, it's marked by the coronavirus pandemic, and so there's not much sports going on in the world. My favorite American football team are the New England Patriots, and I haven't quite got a soccer favorite team quite yet. Over. Nice question. So, since becoming an astronaut, the first memorable moment was the moment I received a phone call to tell me that I was chosen to become an astronaut. That was an amazing and a life-changing phone call. The second moment that really sticks with me is when I was called by the chief astronaut to tell me that I was going to be on my first mission, and that was a year and a half of training to launch on the space shuttle. And my third amazing moment was the moment that I first saw outside the hatch on my very first spacewalk. Over. Elena, that's an easy one for us because we very much know our goals. Our goal is to get humans on Mars. We will very likely take a intermediate step and return people to the moon sometime in the next handful of years as we sort that out. But by the time you are an astronaut, Elena, I think we will have people going to Mars. Over. Santiago, inside the space station, it sounds a lot the same as what you're used to. We have a lot of background noises, fans, machinery noises, and pumps. So it's a little bit noisy inside the space station. Outside the space station, it's a vacuum of space, and the sound does not propagate through the vacuum. So there's really nothing to hear. On the International Space Station, we've been very fortunate that we haven't had too many serious accidents, although one that I'm very familiar with was during a spacewalk 7 years ago. I was with an Italian astronaut named Luca Parmitano when his spacesuit malfunctioned and water was flowing into his helmet and filling up the inside volume of his helmet. We had to hurry up and get back in to get his helmet off. Over. When we get on the launch pad, we understand that there's a giant chemical reaction that's about to happen underneath us and launch us to space. you don't feel the velocity, you feel the acceleration. So it's during this. Are we scared? I wouldn't say we're scared because we have a great deal of training and preparation, and we know that there's backup systems for all the types of failures that we can think of at least. So we have a healthy appreciation for what's happening on the launch day. Over. Madeline, when we get back to Earth after being gone for all this time, our bodies have to get used to it. It takes several days to feel semi-normal, and it takes several weeks, probably like a month, to feel completely normal. In those first couple of days, we're not allowed to drive a car. We are very wobbly and need assistance with simple things like going down stairs or jumping across a sidewalk, off a sidewalk onto a street. But those things come back very quick, pretty much after several days. Over. Hi, Olivia. We train when we first get selected, when we have to learn all of the basic activities. This takes maybe